Growing up, my mom's an alcoholic and my dad was barely ever there. He was always working. My mom was very abusive. So my earliest memory was when I was 4 years old and my mom's waterbed had got stabbed. Found out my older sister did it, but my first memory was her holding my head underwater in the bathtub. And I was 4 years old and I remember her holding my head under. She was gonna teach me a lesson that I'm never gonna stab that waterbed again. So then she threw me outside to wait for my dad to get out from work, soaking wet. My parents got divorced when I was 8 years old. In school, I would get in trouble a lot. I was always getting suspended, kicked out of class, got expelled from school in the 9th grade. I was running away from home, roaming the streets, I was so angry. I was always fighting. I ended up getting locked up when I was 13 years old in California. So I ended up living in and out of lockup. When I was 14, I ran away from California to Massachusetts. Ended up being on the run out here and finding my way into the justice system out here. I was alone and I was hopeless. I didn't really have my family out here to, contact or have visits when I was locked up. I mean, watching my mom drinking and seeing that when we would go to church, people thought so highly of her, but nobody really knew about the abuse that was going on at home. I was really raised to be against my siblings, so my anger was from just being abused and just not being loved, really. I was locked up for running away, so I just remember going in the cell and just feeling like, man, nobody cares about me. And it wasn't until I came here that I started to straight ahead that I started to, realize what that void was. And it was that I was missing God in my life. So when Sheila Ray came and she shared her testimony is when I decided to give my life to Christ, and that was over 2 years ago. And then with that, nothing was easy, But being here at Straight Ahead, they gave me opportunities to grow and to grow in my purpose and grow in who I am in God. I was really embraced here. I started the Straight to Work program. I worked in the New You, the clothing store, and the cafe, so I pretty much did it all. I want to be able to get into more of the lockups and just be able to be with the girls in there and be able for them to have a place to come when they get out, so they're not lost. They don't, they'll have that head start that I can pinpoint them to somewhere in the community, that someone will be there for them when they get out.